everyone!
Greetings, Internet. I'm Liz.
And I'm Scandal.
And we are Liz. Oh, come on. You wouldn't do it with me? You're
No!
kidding.
I don't. See, my memory died.
I'm
I have only
sorry.
7 seconds of memory. I'm sorry.
All right. So what's your name again? Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, so this game, we actually have done a series of games by this creator, Luo Zhi En. Is it? Or
I think it was Luo Zhi En.
Luo Zhi En. Anyway, I believe they're a Chinese creator. But their games are super cute, very sweet, and every one of them looks, you know,
And they're incredibly simplistic.
digitally hand-drawn. There's not a lot to them. They're very much sort of like quiet, calm games. I don't know anything about this one, but I'm guessing it's some kind of a memory game.
Yeah, we could totally find out. Sure, let's try tutorial. And
I mean, the entire descriptor of this game in the App Store was literally an emotional game. That's
I
it.
think most of them, though, are tagged an emotional game.
So
It has many feels.
we're gonna see about the tutorial. Uh-oh, you
Uh-oh.
skipped the tutorial.
Oh no,
You
I
don't
did.
know what to... Okay.
Tap the screen when two bubbles collide to make a bigger bubble.
Okay.
Okay.
So when they touch, tap it. Boink.
Tap the okay to make a bigger bubble.
You miss.
I did
Wait
miss.
till they collide. No.
I can't
You
collide.
can't do it. Scandal's very bad at this. There you are. Tap the screen when the bubble is isolated to get memory points.
Okay.
So when nothing's bouncing into it.
the bigger the size, the more points you will get. Okay.
All right. 40. No,
Most bubbles will burst in less than 7 seconds. You will not get a point if it bursts itself. Okay.
All right. So bubbles collide, and you tap, and then you tap again when they're by themselves, or you make them big. There's a fish in the background. Oh, that's cute. You're gonna lose it. Yay! All right. So it's just anytime bubbles are next to each other, you can get them to combine, and then you can tap them for points.
Well, this is really hard to track, by the way, because
There's
there are
a
bubbles
lot going
everywhere.
on.
Yeah, that's it. Like, there's nothing. You did just.
All right, you're not very. I mean,
Well, this is
try
hard.
Try to just watch a bubble. Like,
The problem is you can't just watch a bubble
all right.
because there are a ton of freaking bubbles.
Well, I don't know. Try a few of them and see. Like, track maybe 2 of them. Then there's a lot going on this cute little screen.
For nothing going on.
For nothing
There's
going
straight
on.
up.
Oh, you lost it. You lost your bubble.
Does the
I
bubble?
wonder, does it end? It ended.
Oh, okay.
Memories are just like bubbles.
Wait till
till-
I forget you. I still hope we can meet again. An
orangey
orangey goldfish. That's cute.
All right. So what ends or starts the game?
I don't know. We will find,
We'll find out.
out.
All right. So we'll keep trying.
We'll keep trying.
ads.
Obligatory. Oh.
Censored obligatory ads. They've got no bones about it. They're just like, by the way, we are showing inappropriate things here.
Either that or it wants to believe that it's massively inappropriate, but also I'm like, this is the way you're going to basically cater to your audience and try to, like, really?
Well,
What?
that was a solid non sequitur. Pardon
Yeah,
that.
sorry. Like, wow, hi guys.
Well, let's just have something else for a minute. And now for something completely different.
And now for something completely freaking different. You got
All right,
it.
Bubble. Okay, so Scandal is trying this thing, and I'm thinking they might be focusing on one bubble this time, so we'll see how it goes. I'm wondering what starts
Dang
or
it, that is
finishes the
hard.
game, though, you know? Like, this game might be simple in construction, but it does not look easy at all.
No, like again, like
'Cause there's
stuff
a
comes
lot
in
going on.
and it
However-
disappears and shows up.
So, I think even while you're still combining bubbles, they're still counting down. I don't think the timer starts over each time. So, like, you want to pop your bubble now, because you lost it. That's what I'm guessing. So your bubble, even when you're adding more to it, still goes away.
Well, the
soon.
problem is it's difficult to judge when does 7 seconds start. And also
Okay.
sometimes for my brain, I'm getting confused because this seems like this is going by really fast, so I don't know when 7 seconds is.
Okay.
Like, it's difficult to judge that. How fast is 7 seconds, actually? And honestly, for me, this is going, holy crap, 7 seconds is really fast when you're freaking out about,
Okay, so there's a
tap
timer
thing.
bar at the top, and the less you make points, the more it goes down. So you're actually refilling the timer bar at the top.
Was it actually
as you're
going
getting
back up?
points.
Okay.
It goes back up when you make points.
Okay, do you want to try?
Sure, I will try it. Hi, everyone. This is Liz. guys, and I'm gonna see what my version of 7 seconds is.
Well,
and
you
then
know,
I
because
can-
you completely forgot who you were, so you have to reestablish to the audience who
I
has only 7 seconds of memory.
totally forgot what Scandal was doing, and just went, I don't know, game, huh? So I don't know that I will be any better at this than Scandal was. To be honest, I'm gonna like just, bag all over them and then be like, nope, I'm sorry, I'll be bad at this too, after, judging you thoroughly.
It's fine.
So much judging. Let's just judge you and then fail ourselves. It'll be great.
And see, I told you, it's very difficult to actually get them to cross each other. You're still
They
been
actually
at
have to be
471.
overlapped, I guess.
Yeah, you have to actually have, that's what kept killing me.
So it's not even bumping into the edge, it's actually an overlap.
Yep.
Okay.
You're not going to get very far.
So I'm trying. I don't know. All right, there's one. We'll take that one. There's one. This is wild. There's a lot going on the screen. Okay, so Scandal's right.
This is really disorienting, by
It is
the way.
super weird. It's sort of like, it reminds me of whole page reading, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I didn't do too bad for my first try. I don't know if any of you have ever done a whole page reading, but it's a type of speed reading, sort of advanced speed reading.
I have personally never been able to achieve it. I get way too hyper focused, but I can basically then never get away. And I can skip sometimes things basically, but that I still am sort of absorbing like whole paragraphs rather than, whole pages.
See, and whole paragraphs does definitely more than, I mean, it's more on your way to pages.
Right.
But yeah, this is a little bit wild actually. I'm like, the bubbles last how long again? Like, wow.
Oop, you beat it.
I
Good
beat. Oh, okay.
Because you keep
I'm
so the thing
getting
that
a little
keeps
bit
saving
better.
you is that you're popping them while I'm just trying to make connections.
I mean, I'm making connections and then popping, because if you don't pop them and make connections, you don't actually get any points
They
or
just pop
bonuses. They just
themselves,
pop themselves.
And it says you lose all the points. So.
You do. And I'm also kind of focusing on one bubble at a time, basically, and going, okay, this one is going to work. Oh,
yeah.
So I did a little bit better.
Yep.
And that does seem to be the entire game, though. In much of the way with many of these games, and here's another obligatory ad.
Woo!
The game's very simple, very straightforward, and it's really got a. All right, where's the no?
What where are we getting?
There we
Hang
go.
on.
We got it. No, sorry.
It has
I was
to be
gonna say.
tired about it.
So yeah, that was the tutorial.
Yeah, is it?
Yep, that's the whole thing. Doink.
You missed. See?
When two bubbles collide. Got it.
There you go.
Tap the screen when the bubble is isolated to get memory points. Boink. And the memory points are, I guess, what fills up at the top. Does that mean it's only a 7-second timer at the top, and then you refill it to play longer?
Maybe.
Like it
Because I
might-
couldn't tell what is 7 seconds.
Yeah, most bubbles will burst in less than 7 seconds. You will get points if it doesn't burst itself. So, from what I remember, the umbrella, the more, and the About Me button all go to other locations.
Yeah.
But About Me actually talks about the artist who makes these games. And as far as we can tell, they seem to work by themselves.
Right.
And just creating this content sort of on their own.
That never happens.
Their other games, we have a whole little playlist of their games. They're super cute. Honestly, I Like Being With You has been one of my favorites, but I think it's one of their latest ones. Like, it's one of their most recent ones. It's got a little bit more complex design than some of their other games, and I super enjoyed it when I played it with Scandal.
Right.
It was very cute. And
it's
it had
very soft.
a little bit more going on as well, which was sort of nice, because there was dynamics where things shifted and changed and suggested more variation. Anyway, so you can check that one out if you're curious about it, as well as looking them up in the Play Store. This creator's I find them very charming.
Mm-hmm. No,
It's
they're
like-
very relaxing. They're very soft.
It sort of changes from like different shades of yellow to gold as you go along.
Yeah, well, I mean, no goldfish. Like, you have a
Having
lot of
range,
variance in
yeah.
color, yeah, which I think is really fascinating. But also, at the same time, too, is basically the business of breeding koi. It has been around for hundreds of years, or if not thousands, basically, in many Asiatic regions, which I think is also hysterical, because many people also go, well, if you get a carp fish,
Right.
a carp fish is actually not all that good, but a koi or a goldfish is way more valuable.
Right, it's very
What is
good.
considering the fact that they're all related,
right? They're all similar families.
Right, but which because carpfish for a lot of people too is carpfish or crapfish. You just kind of move the letter over one, and they become crapfish.
Really? I hadn't heard that one.
Yeah, carpfish or crapfish.
I had heard, however, though, that a lot of people kept carp ponds not for breeding purposes as far as showfish, but for just food. You have a pond of edible fish.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like the whole, fisherman in the sea story.
Oh, well, you see how
I beat
often...
it again.
Yeah,
Look.
you did. But you see how often, though, say, for example, like lobster, where you've discussed, and actually also we've discussed over before, just not necessarily here, but Liza and myself have actually talked about how, like, lobster or chicken, like, so wings, for example, were considered a low-class thing to eat on chickens. Right, they were the leftover bits. They didn't have a lot of meat to them.
I missed it.
Oh,
I got the biggest bubble ever, and then I lost it because I didn't pop it.
Because you were listening
I was
to me.
greedy. No, sorry. Go ahead. Go on
you got
about
very
your
greedy.
lobster and your chicken.
Yeah, but so basically, then culturally, it became more and more this thing of going, oh well, it's more high class now. Particularly like with lobster. Lobster is actually pretty prevalent. They are bugs of the sea.
Much like shrimp.
Much like shrimp. They're just bigger. They're just bigger bugs. And lobster is considered to be now the super high class thing to eat, when originally they were actually considered to be one of the lowest class things you could eat.
They were that sort of leftover fish.
They were
the non-fish
crap
fish.
food. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are extremely difficult now, basically, for a lot of people, unless you're in a certain income bracket, to get a hold of.
Unless you're also like, I was gonna say, you can also, it depends on where you are regionally too.
Yeah.
Lobster can be cheaper if you live on the seashore. Now, if you are completely landlocked like we are, then it can be totally different, your lobster experience.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to get good lobster because lobster's really far away from here.
Well, yeah, and again, a lot of it, though, is just about snobbery stuff, too. And also, considering how technology has changed, there's a lot of foods that people never really got to have, ever, period. Like, a lot of fruits and vegetables, actually, were not common or, available.
Right.
In the slightest, because it would go bad.
We also had import problems, so...
refrigeration techniques developed, basically, in order to help that.
So, also...
Or freezing.
As I say, freezing and cars made a big difference.
Oh, yeah.
Because shipping something across the Atlantic, 6 weeks to 2 months away, you definitely get an experience where it is not very... You don't have a lot of food options that are going to last that long.
Nope. Which is why bananas were very interesting. But the one thing about bananas over the years is as they have actually bred them...
Okay, look at this.
I want to say, good job.
I got that one really, really big bubble, and it was super cool because... It just, when I was tapping it, even to try and pop it, it just kept adding more things because it was so big. So it was kind of cool. And then I got it before it went away.
Oh, more obligatory aids. That's
so
okay.
Every one of these games we have found does have obligatory ads. But I think it is largely because the creator is trying to sort of support themselves. That was really funny, actually. They're like, I can do this. I cannot do this. Oh, no. It's a romance puzzle game. That love balls? I'm sorry, love balls.
We did not hit that button, but thank you, love balls. Please do not unite the balls.
That's what we're gonna call them now. It's love balls. It's not a euphemism.
So you know what's in this chicken egg? It's 2 love balls.
2 love balls. I don't know if you've ever gotten a chicken egg with a double yolk, but they're kind of fun. And honestly, I have been very charmed by them before. So. But I do not consider them balls.
I mean, they are kind of Orby. If you especially let them hang actually in the yolk itself, they're actually very Orby.
You mean in the white? They are the yolk itself.
I know what I'm saying.
Lies. Scandal. Your vocabulary has left you.
It's fine.
It just went away.
It's fine. It's gone away with the ice cream.
It said goodbye. So Scandal couldn't start playing immediately because they were eating...
because you died.
Pistachio ice cream.
It's actually pistachio gelato.
Oh, gelato, my bad.
Yeah.
All right, let's have
It's something
play
extremely snobby because I've had plenty of time now to watch you and clearly I'll become better.
The most snobby. So I'm handing the tablet back to Scandal. And we're gonna let them give it a shot.
I mean, you've already done it, but that's okay.
And see if they've like picked up any like tips from my one giant bubble that I'm very proud of. So proud of my one giant bubble.
I'm like, why
You're
is
like, what are you
nothing?
doing? Hang on, because then none of them are touching, you weirdo.
Nothing is getting there, though.
Then you gotta wait.
I can't wait.
Nope, you have no patience. You have gotta wait till they get to each other. You've got one bigger one. There you go. See, work on that bubble. Or not. Come on. Oh, and you're toast.
Look, I got 10.
You got 10. Good job. All right. That was
boy.
amazing. All right, so I've put Scandal on the spot to try and beat my score, but yeah, that is essentially the whole game, and I've really enjoyed every one of these games by Luo Zhi En.
Luo Zhi En.
Luo Zhi En. And so and their little
Luo Zhi En or something like that.
their umbrella icon is super fun, but all of their stuff
cute.
sort of looks, either chalk drawn or watercolored or things like that. I'm confident they're a digital artist, but at the same time, everything looks very handmade, and I've enjoyed that a lot.
You giving me crap, and I'm like dead serious. Like nothing
as the music is always very cute. You know what? Let's turn the music back up. All right. We're gonna give these guys the cute music instead of you whining about your bubble ineptitude. Yep, bubble ineptitude. You can't give me the side eye because you have to look at the screen.
You know, I'm just gonna die out of rage.
And then you can judge me better.
No.
I will judge you more because of dying. You know what? Half of these ads, I don't even understand what the point of the game is. I'm like, the people who produce your commercials do not connect to me at all.
But this is also where I'm going, well, if you like these types of games, you'll find these awesome. And I'm like, no.
If you know what these types of games even are. I'm like, it's somewhere between a puzzle and Tetris and something else.
And a fail game.
It's just a weird...
So basically, in other words, it's every single game that I've ever played.
Oh, you insult the Goldfish game. You lost your bubble.
I did! See, this is why I don't understand where it will and won't cross over.
So you want them to sort of loop through each other to create that
I can't get these things to run into each other, by the way.
But you can't. You're not controlling. So we're not controlling any of the bubbles at all. You're just watching them run through the environment.
waiting.
Yep. And then you're trying to... There you go. See, now you've got it. Now, don't forget... Oh, you didn't pop it. You needed to pop it.
I need to pop my own bubble.
Yes, pop it.
Like that. Which is not... I said, like, it's such a pain.
Go. You got this. You got this. You can do it. You can do it. All right, everyone, root for Scandal. They can do this.
Apparently, I could do 500, and that's the most I could get out.
All right. I mean, you did your original high score, wasn't it? 800? Or what did...
It's like, yeah, 800 or something.
Anyway, so you did better at first. Just do that again.
Apparently, me watching it was just been like, well, it doesn't matter.
Yay, 200 points. All right, you can do this. You can make the bigger bubble. The fish in the background is very charming. It motivates me, at least, to make bigger bubbles. I'm like, I want to see the whole fish at some point. And then I'm also like, this creates a weird experience of reality where basically we've got some sort of a fog.
A filter?
Or a filter, and the fish is underneath it, and then we're creating a view through You lost. You get greedy with your bubbles. You won't just pop them.
Well, because I can't tell when it is enough because you don't know what's coming out. Is it what's coming out of my closet? I tapped you.
Yeah.
You boner
the orangey fish
failure.
still hopes you will meet again. So that
we still hope we'll meet again and get past 9,000.
Is it over 9,000?
Is it? It's over 9,000.
There, so you got 64 points. You can do this. Keep going. There's the goldfish. And I love how you combine two bubbles and you pop them and you get 1 point, but then it sort of increases exponentially the more bubbles you add. It just goes like really crazy. All right, you ready? All right, you can do this. All right, pop it. Yeah! There, see, now we're in the 800s. All right, I'm going to root for Scandal. Scandal's going to get this.
I'm focusing!
Remember to pop.
I'm focusing! I'm focusing! I can focus!
You're almost 1,000. Keep going. Keep going. You got this thing.
So, like, I don't know what the timer is. That's the problem. I'm going,
your timer's full. You're fine. Just keep track of your bubbles. Don't let them stay for more than a few seconds. If you think it's lagging too long, just pop it. As long as it's not a single bubble.
I cannot get...
There it is. You got one. You got one. You got one. Keep going. Pop it. Damn, it popped itself. So close.
I'm like, why do all of mine literally feel like they're coming in at the weirdest freaking angles possible? Like, I don't understand.
You did much better. You did. You got a whole another digit. This judging. The look is the most judging. I am melted. I have been murdered. So much judge. Oh. The judge has walked right out of the fiction, and it will absolute me.
Do you think that those are spelled correctly at all? Oh, we have to match the pictures and the words.
No,
Sorry, I'm just sort of...
This
No!
is a game for you know...
I said X,
people
you are...
learning to spell.
Stop it.
You can
Holy
do it.
cow. I'm like...
Alright, anyway, so that is the game.
That is the
That
game.
is the whole
game is basically
I'm actually
lies
gonna
being a tragedy.
Turn the volume up. Hey, scandal being a tragedy, lies being irritating. I think it's lies being irritating and scandal being a tragedy.
Right. You know, this is gonna really suck when we get to a commercial and it's loud as shit!
If we wrap this up, we won't get to a loud commercial. We'll just have cute nice
Except the
music
thing
and a
is that we have to
goldfish.
keep playing or the things... I was gonna say the boner will... The boner will run away!
See, I don't think there's any boners in this game. I think it's really just a cute fish and bubbles. I think that's
Extremely
it. What
cute.
kind of games have you been playing?
Well, you see,
Scandal?
there's a reason why we get those commercials, you know?
We'll just tailor these commercials right to you. You see all this censored stuff in the background? That's because it's tailored to your interests.
Because of Scandal. It's totally because of Scandal.
And Scandal has very particular
Taste.
tastes.
I have incredibly particular tastes, including censored titties.
Yeah. It's just
my favorite game.
You have very particular tastes. You have a
I-
red room.
I love censored titties. They make my...
They make your goldfish
And
happy.
uncensored titties, honestly, though, I mean,
No,
they're
no
just
one
not
wants
as interesting.
Nobody wants to see what's under the clothes. We just want it implied forever.
We watch
too
severe...
few clothes and you need censors.
Too few implied
It has to
censored
happen.
titties.
Don't forget the censored panties that imply there's no
gosh.
panties.
No kidding, right?
We have implied no panties. The unplied panties?
Nope, we're gonna go. Okay, guys.
Alright.
Well, this was great fun, and I'm going to turn this down before it kills
It's
us.
okay, so we're going to get out of here. This is it. This is the game. I recommend games by this creator. They're all very cute. They're very sweet. Some of them have a little more to them than this, but generally they're just very
They're
soft
pretty mild.
skill games that are sort of that can be somewhere between relaxing and frantic, depending on how you take it. You get very comfortable with the game and with its,
imagine.
sort of timer dynamics. You could just sort of play it and enjoy it for a great deal of time. Almost all of them have piano music. I really like them.
I really like the music in a lot of these. They're really fun.
They're very sweet.
All right. Well,
And in the meantime, if you've never been to our channel or seen any of our stuff,
oh yes,
we do a whole lot of
because
brand
we're
new
trying to
games.
appease the internet bot, which is called YouTube.
What we're trying to do is basically tag our stuff and or label it in such a way that our stuff will actually show up in their algorithm. So if anyone did want to see it, they in fact could.
Which would be very wonderful and marvelous if it actually add to that.
Yeah, so if you wanted to like or if you wanted to subscribe so you could see updates when we had videos again, that would be lovely. Or if you want to check out other things on our channel, we would enjoy having your patronage. In the meantime, if you have comments or suggestions or even potentially app game requests, we would be
we get
interested
very
in
intense
your
there.
feedback. And I, Lies,
And-
hope you have a lovely day.
And hope that Scandal definitely will be able to succeed. That's all right.
With this lovely bubble game. Let's all root for Scandal one last time. You